Yeah, one day we'll do it again. Okay. Thank you, thank you. And Idol. Idol is I don't know if I can do Idol by myself. I'm glad that Kara got some of the more difficult parts. But I feel like I did pretty good. I feel like I did pretty good. I did, thank you. Thank you. I'm to 8. Thanks so much. Oh. Yeah, I'm glad you guys. I thought maybe some people would be like, Mogu Mogu, what the heck? Gura did this at the last Ian concert. What the heck? We gotta listen to it again. But it is a really catchy song, so I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. And it's a little different, because it was me doing it instead. Was it at Connect the World that Gura did Mogu Mogu? Or was it at a different performance? I don't remember. Yeah, never enough Mogu Mogu. Mogu Mogu forever. I'm glad you enjoyed. A birthday live? Oh. Oh, it was for a concert. Okay. For some reason I thought it was Connect the World. My brain's all mixed up. Bungle, thank you. Oh, a teammate charity project. What? Oh, for a local cat organization. That's so nice. Teammates. Wow. Blessed by Okayu Senpai's Mogu Mogu cat organization. That's sweet. Nice work. Arzip, thank you. Yeah, karate with Hachama was really cool too. Wait. Wait, do I remember how it goes? Oh wait, that's the wrong side. Namida narete mo harina nabayuka away. I remember how it goes. Yeah, that one's really fun. F-Break, thank you! There's an aquarium in Coney Island. I thought Coney Island was like closed down or something. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, aquarium. Yeah, I think Kiara told me, she was like, oh, people in KFP, they recommended that I go to like an aquarium or something. And I was like, oh, an aquarium. I don't know where any of them are here in New York. Yeah, okay, Coney Island's not closed down. What the heck? I don't know why I thought that. I guess because Auntie Watson told me once that Coney Island closed down. It should be closed down. Atlanta Aquarium. Oh, Atlanta. I've never been to it. Well, actually, I think I have been to Atlanta once. So I've been through all of those southern states. I've been to New Orleans, but that's a different state. I get to eat po' boys in New Orleans and beignets, but it was a really long time ago. Atlantis. We're going to Atlantis tonight. Content 8, thank you. There's an aquarium in Brooklyn, only 30 minutes from King Cedar 2, right next to the beach and amusement park. Oh, is Coney Island count as Brooklyn? Isn't it? Isn't it kind of in like the same area? I don't know. People who are from New York are like very specific. They're like, Soho, Upper Manhattan, Queens, whatever. It is Brooklyn. I thought Coney Island would be like a different area or something. I see. Okay, maybe it's the same one you guys are talking about. Soup Fraud, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Is NYC subway really that bad? I think there's just like a lot of horror stories that are not even that old. It's like recent horror stories where like one I told to Kiara was about, I think it was a few months ago or something. I could have swore I heard about that a few months ago, where people were pushing people into the tracks. And that's something that's been happening since like the 70s, because Auntie Watson would tell me some crazy stories of stuff happening on the subway. So yeah, Auntie Watson even up when she was a New York. She told me once that she was coming home from work, taking the subway, just sitting, and she was really tired, so she dozed off, and there was like a group of teens sitting across from her. They were like looking at her and laughing, kind of. And then as they were exiting, as they were getting off their stop, they punched her in the head. Just and they were like just laughing about it. She just got like a black eye. She just got punched. Oh yeah, that's right. There's that scene in the Joker. That's right. But that's Gotham City, okay? That's not New York City. It's different. Yeah, I guess that's a thing that happens in big cities. Is like just for fun, people will go around and like punch people in the head. Because I also heard about that happening like in Chicago or something. Yeah, just people like attacking other people for no reason. So yeah, compared to if you compare the New York subway to like the Japan like Tokyo subway or Tokyo trains, yeah, it's really bad. It's so yeah, different. But I will say, after having gone to Japan and having used like New York City subways before, I feel like in Japan, like especially in the Tokyo areas, I guess is mainly where I've been around. It does feel like they were really inspired by how New York did their subways. I don't know who did it first. Maybe New York did it first and then Japan followed. But I do feel like there's a lot of inspiration. They feel similar to me but also Japan does it like way better. Yeah, New York was first. So yeah, maybe people who built the subways in Japan, they got to experience the ones in New York. That sounds like a architect business trip or something. And it just feels like they took the concept but did it way, 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 way better. Way better. It's cleaner. I don't know if it's a little bit more organized than the New York one. But yeah, it's similar. It's a little similar. It was so hot in some of the New York City subways. Yeah, it was really hot when we went onto the subway too. I don't know, all the humidity just like gets trapped down there. They probably don't have any ventilation. Yeah, and Japan is really clean, a lot cleaner. Mercados, thank you. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I think New York City subways, you're fine to take them as long as you don't take them past like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. After that, you should take a taxi or something, even if it's more expensive. And then also it depends where you're taking the subway, like which part, because the parts that have all the tourists, like around Times Square or like the World Trade Center is probably fine, or like the more business districts are probably okay. But yeah, other parts maybe not so much. I don't know. Plus, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you had fun. Miss Sanity, thank you. It's my last night in New York. Oh, you're still there exploring? I'll probably catch Siobhan, but going to Anime NYC, meeting teammates from all over, cheering for you was amazing. I hope you guys didn't hurt yourselves. Yelling, cheering too much. I was worried that like when Callie and I had our MC, because it was the last one, that you guys would not be able to respond to our call and response, which our call and response probably could have gone a little bit better. Mine was not planned out too well. And I was getting distracted. I was like watching the crowd as Allie was doing hers, and so I kept I think I was doing it wrong. Almost lost your voice. Yeah, just don't speak for a while and then rest, and you'll get better. But maybe you even, it was a workout for your vocal cords, so maybe you'll be even stronger next time. Thank you. Alpha 9571, thank you. Thank you. I also went to 2 zoos. Which zoo in New York City is your favorite? I've only ever been to the Bronx Zoo, and I don't remember that well. I did go there, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember. So I don't know. I've never been to Central Park Zoo, but I think it was funny. Because because I've been to New York City before, and a lot of the other members haven't really been, so they didn't know. So I was just telling them some stuff, and they would be like, "Wait, Central Park is in New York City? Wait, that building is in New York City?" And then there's also the skyline. They would be like, "Okay, I mean, which is the tallest building?" And I'd be like, "Oh, well, I think that's the New World Trade Center. I'm pretty sure." Um, and they were like, "Oh, so it's that one?" And they would point at like the Chrysler Building, which looks like the Empire State Building, but it's not the Empire State Building. Anyways, I think it just takes a while to get a hang of the layout. But I was able to be a kind of decent guide. I wasn't really not really that knowledgeable about New York, but I think I know enough to kind of not an expert, just because I've been there before, so a little bit easier. Yeah, they said I did a good job. Woo! I just like navigating. Even if it's like a place I've never been before, I'm really quick on the navigation. It's like playing a mini game. You get the GPS out, you get the map out, and I know I've always been like that too. I was always like Auntie Watson and I, if we would go on like a road trip, it was before before we had GPS on our phones. We would have like a map. You would print out a map, or you would get like a big book, and you'd have to print out the instructions, map quest. And yeah, I just thought it was really fun, like looking at maps and stuff. I was waiting until after I finished moving, right, to open it, but I have like this globe where it has like little pins where you can put stuff. And I got one that has like magnetic pins for the globe so that I can track where earthquakes are. Because I check like earthquakes every few days, if not every day. I'm like looking. I'm like, oh, there was an earthquake in this area, huh? Oh, there was an earthquake over there, huh? Because yeah, I heard. I'm not gonna get into it, okay? But there's like when I've talked to people in real life and I start talking to them about earthquakes, they just get like this blank look on their face, like this chick's crazy. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it right now. But I've heard some whispers. Even before what happened recently in Japan, like they're talking about a mega earthquake happening. Even before that, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but I already knew that there was gonna be one coming. Okay, like there's some earthquake tracking people that I follow that are like, there's gonna be a mega quake in this location this year. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna follow what this person, I'm gonna follow their advice, just for fun, just to see, not for fun, but just to see if it turns out that they're right. And then I started doing my own research. Obviously, you can't predict earthquakes, but there are certain patterns and certain types of earthquakes. And certain types of earthquakes have, a little bit of a pattern that happens before they go off. And, the history of earthquakes, we really only have, like, what? Been tracking earthquakes since, like, the 1800s or something. And not even then. Since, like, the 1900s, probably. And we only have really old records from, like, even tribes and stuff where they go back and they ask questions about their history, and they're like, oh yeah, this is something that's known, we passed down through generations. There was like a huge mega earthquake that happened in like this very specific long time ago year. Anyways, we don't really have a big time frame of earthquakes that we've been able to keep track of. I think it's interesting because there's some people who think that earthquakes are actually caused by the gravitational pull of other planets on the Earth. And I don't believe that, okay? I don't believe that. But it's interesting to think about because, big bodies of mass, right? Have pull. And so if the moon is like pulling a little bit on the Earth, maybe other stuff is pulling on it subtly too, really subtly. Okay, but I don't believe it. I just think it's interesting to research because we don't really have that much data. Okay, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I do think that probably that one is full of baloney. I think the planets are too far to have an impact, probably. But it's interesting to read about these little crack theories that people come up with. But I do track it because, I don't know. I just like to keep updated on what's happening on planet Earth. Yeah, plate tectonics take way too much time. It's not gonna, like, all happen at once. But in our lifetime, I don't know. I think it's just good to be aware of what big events could occur and change the course of humanity. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, it is interesting to follow. Anyways, moving on with super chats. People Forever, thank you. I gotta go soon, so I gotta finish these up. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you guys had fun. Mrs. Sadie, thank you. Oh, I don't know if it's been mentioned, but a number of teammates checked out the Japanese Sando Cafe throughout last weekend. Was it? Did you guys actually find it? The one that had terrariums on display? I don't know. I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it, so I'm not sure. Yeah, you gotta prepare for the big one. I even told, I had to give a recommendation to staff. I was like, staff, you guys need to, we as talents are always visiting Japan. Japan's really prone to earthquakes. You guys need to have, like, emergency backpacks that has all of the necessary equipment that they might need. Rations or water or, like, emergency equipment, even if it's not an earthquake, even if it's something else. It's always good to have, an emergency kit. And if we're traveling, we don't have a lot of room to take stuff like that with us. So hopefully now, for the future, other talents that are visiting Japan will also have access to that stuff, because I think people were also, trying to buy, trying to prepare. So, because you don't know, that happened recently where they had the big alarm for possible mega quake. And I guess I was reading up on it a little bit, and yeah, the fault line that they had an earthquake on, they have been tracking, like, the pattern of it for, like, the past 400 years or something. And there can be a mega earthquake that occurs from the earthquake that happened recently, even up to, like, a year or two afterwards. So even up to 2 years after an earthquake occurring on that fault line, they are preparing for another one, because they've had previous earthquakes that happened in that pattern. They actually split up the fault line into, like, different sections, A, B, C, and D, and E. And they're like, oh, if an earthquake occurs on section A, that means that within the next blah, blah, blah years, there will probably be an earthquake in section C. Something like that. So that's how prepared they are. I just think, earthquakes are not the only things that I follow. But anyways, sorry. It's a lot of information. Anyways, moving on. Kitty Sams, thank you. Scam recovery funds, thank you so much. I'll take it. Thanks. Random Collision, thank you. Professional scams are an essential part of New York tourist experience. Yeah, we at least got to, I don't think I've ever been scammed before, to be honest. Maybe. I think that's the first time for me, too. But thank you for the support. Thank you. Now we'd Amity, thank you. Thank you. Krusty, thank you so much for that super chat. I said big wet super chat. I meant to say big red super chat. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good time bonding with everybody. Yeah, it's different from, like, JP or ID, because most of the talents are centralized in, like, one, larger area. But for EN, we don't get to see each other too often, so it's hard. But yeah, it was really nice. Kitty Stamps, thank you. Blue One, thank you. Iron Ronin, thank you. Thank you. Voltage, thank you. I will, this month I'm gonna be streaming, so I get everything sorted out. We got our anniversary, and then, yeah. Jagabia, thank you so much. Kamsamita. Aww, so sweet. Thank you. Channel Cubes, thank you. Aww. Yeah, everybody's so nice. Thank you. Angelia, thank you.
Thanks for being patient, guys. That refill of water turned into doing pool maintenance as well as doing laundry, so
Yeah, the MC was really
doing
fun.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd like to do more stuff like
none.
that in the future.
No Ninja or
Alright,
IHOP
I'm gonna
tonight.
turn off
Neither,
the
Billy.
cats.
Oh shoot, Crimson Rose. My bad. Name dropped. Oh no. But yeah, no, Crimson Rose. Anyway, I dropped my phone. Anyway, neither Crimson Rose. Why? Because today is Labor Day. I know there are some places that are open, but I don't want to have to try and figure out whether they're open or not. I mean, we could solve it with a simple phone call, but I don't feel like doing that. Since it's Labor Day, I'm probably not, like... Since it's Labor Day, I'm assuming IHOP and Ninja Ramen are closed today. That's what I'm assuming, so... Neither today. Alright, let's get back into it. So we have Tagalog, we have a review for 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and do that. Excuse me. My mom treated me to Jollibee. Thank you, Mom. And I got a peach mango pie plus some pineapple juice.
Sabon. Tuwalya. Sipilyo. Brush. Ngipin. Toothpaste.
A charity that hasn't set up Tiltify that is a good fit. Maybe ask them if they could set up a Tiltify.
Ginigising ng babae ang batang babae.
Because we only have like 2 more weeks until
Ginigising ng lalaki ang batang lalaki.
management.
Gumigising ang lalaki. Gumigising ang babae.
Hey, Rit, welcome to the stream. How's your Labor Day so far today?
Sila ng naghuhugas sila
But
ng
yeah,
mga
you
plato.
mentioned food. Crimson was asking if...
Siya ng kanyang palda.
Yeah. You got 2 assignments due
Naglalabas
tomorrow
siya
at
ng
midnight?
kanyang
Oh, well, I
palda.
wish you the best of luck with that, Rit.
Siya ng kanyang t-shirt.
But, yeah.
Naglalabas siya ng
Because me and Crimson
kanyang
Rose go to the
t-shirt.
same card shop, and usually we go to, like, Ninja Ramen afterwards, or IHOP. But since today's Labor Day, I'm assuming both are closed, so, I just answered Crimson Rose's
Malinis at
question.
tuyo ang
Neither.
polo.
Thank you.
Malinis at tuyo ang
You have an
Basa
assignment
ang
due
polo.
tomorrow morning, but you didn't turn in. Uh-oh. And readings? Uh-oh, you're cooked? Oh. But IHOP is tasty?
basa ang polo.
IHOP is tasty, but
Marumi ang polo.
I will say, like, it depends on the IHOP you go to. Because I've been to an IHOP where the server, I'm just gonna, like, call him out on
mabaho
it.
ang aso?
And, like, he...
Bakit
I
po
don't know whether he
mabaho ang
pulled a
aso?
fast one on me, or not.
Marumi at basa ito.
But essentially, I
Dahil
had a
marumi at
IHOP gift
basa
card,
ito.
and I wanted to charge the rest of it onto my meal.
Mabango
There was like
ang
only
pobre
$5, and I
kama.
ordered like a $20 meal. And the guy was like,
Bakit
"Oh,
mabango
he
ang
gets
pobre
like
kama?
2 receipts or something. I forget."
Malinis
But
ito.
he essentially charged
Dahil
me the full
malinis
price
ito.
of the meal and didn't add the gift card onto the meal, so I ended up paying full price instead of like $15.
Nagsusuklay ng buhok ang babae.
But yeah, no, I
Nagsisipilyo
didn't.
ng
That guy
ngipin
was like,
ang
I've
lalaki.
met that guy has served me twice at this IHOP I've been to.
I'm glad you enjoyed the concert. Thank you so much. Yeah, the crowd hype.
Nagsusuklay ng buhok ang mga batang babae.
Reindeer.
Oh, it was close. Nagsusuklay ng buhok ang mga batang babae. There we go.
Nagsusuklay
Yeah, no, I
ng
didn't
buhok
like.
ang mga
There's an
batang
IHOP
babae.
near where I live, and I just don't like the
Nagsisipilyo
service
ng ngipin
from
ang
that
mga
one guy.
batang
It's like
lalaki.
it's weird. This IHOP I go to is a mixed bag of servers. Some of them are phenomenal. Others are just like not great. And I managed to get the one
Pobre
that's just
kama.
not great.
Oh, thank you. There's a screening of the
Yeah,
film.
breathe
Kumot.
out back.
Your stage at a cinema. in
Right?
Japan.
Oh my gosh.
Tuwalya.
Tanoshi.
Unan.
I bet his family would miss him though. But yeah, no, I didn't like that server. I didn't like it.
Stage Gardener, thank you.
Because I ended up having to
Basa
pay a
ang mga
full
kabayo.
IHOP meal instead of like a discounted
Tuyo
one with my
ang mga
IHOP gift card.
kabayo.
Because the guy just handed me 2 receipts.
Basa
Like,
ang
hey,
buhok
here you
niya.
go. Just there's 2 receipts.
I didn't get to perform with them, but
Tuyo
it's still
ang
cool to be
mga
on the same stage.
sorry. Oop.
The US.
Tuyo ang buhok niya.
Tuyo ang buhok niya.
Yeah, no, I just didn't like that guy because the guy had like 2 receipts, one for the meal, one for the gift card. He's like, here you go, just formalities. I don't know whether or not that guy basically like cheated me and used that gift card for himself, or he just did not know what he was doing. Either way, I didn't appreciate that service. But to your point, Rit, IHOP is tasty. I usually get their bacon omelet. I like that stuff. 26 out of 26, pretty flawless, so we're done learning languages.
Thank you. Okay. Goodbye now.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Oh, already? Wow. Wow. You can, but my account isn't completely set up yet. Like, I'm still in the middle of the tutorial, and I hadn't continued it since, like, last year? Because I know I started it around spring of last year, but I never got around to, like, getting through it. Oh, you just need someone for the requirements? Oh, that's fair. That's okay, I don't mind it.